What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. Today, we are diving into KVK in approximately 20 minutes, which means I have 20 minutes to show you everything about my account before we jump into it. So, as you guys can see, I'm ranked 153 in this pre-KVK. Here are the rankings that we can see today on a kingdom level. It looks like we are going to be coming in fourth, which means we're getting the training buff, which honestly, I am totally okay with. But today, we're going to be looking at where we are in preparation for this KVK to decide if we are truly ready or not. And I'm going to give you guys some insight into what my hopes are for how this KVK is actually going to go. So, with that, let's just take a look here and actually evaluate what our stats are going into this KVK. So, as you can see, I'm 74 million power right now, just about 75, and I have 3.39 billion kill points. My hope for this KVK is to put up at least another 500 million kill points. I think that would be really good. I think that would shape up well from a stats perspective, and it would help me out a lot. I'd also really love to get that T5 count up. Right now, my T5 is just slightly lower than T4. I'd like to change that up if I possibly can, but that's really my hope from a kills standpoint. Now, I am going to continue playing as France this KVK. I do like that health buff, so that's not changing at all. Now, here are some of my other stats here. We can see my building power, my tech power, my troop power. My troop power I expect is going to plummet because I'm going to be killing a bunch of troops. And my dead is currently at 23 million. Every KVK I tend to end up putting around 1.2 to 1.5 million dead. I think this KVK should be no different. The real challenge there is going to be, do I actually have the troops to do that? And so here are my troops. I have about 3 million troops, which means, yeah, 1.5 million could be feasible. My main goal here is actually just going to be to kill off all my T5. I don't need the T5 going into KVK. And of course, I'm going to upgrade all of those T3 to T5 for the Bastion quests. If you guys haven't already, checked out that short where I gave a whole breakdown on how to optimize for the Bastion quest. Long story short, train a bunch of T3 troops. That'll help you out. So overall here, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I should be able to put up the right amount of deads, and kills is really going to come down to my resources. So I got about 3.1 billion food, 2 billion wood, 2.9 billion stone, and 1.7 billion gold. Now, I haven't emptied out my farms completely just yet, but I have about 4 farms. I think that comes around to 200 million gold and about 100 million of each of the others. And I think that should be all right. My goal here is also to make sure I use those farms to get some more deads to help support the kingdom. Now, which marches am I going to be using this KVK? That's a good question. My current plan is to go with Boudica Zug. So let's check out what the stats are here. As you can see, I have about 6 million kills so far on my Boudica. I think that'll go up pretty significantly. Now, the only thing that may change here is if I end up maxing Herman, but of course, that's going to depend on the results of the William testing. So that's not too bad. I think that'll be pretty good. And let's look at my Zug right now. He has about 6.6 million kills as well. So I expect those numbers are going to go up for both of those commanders. I'm looking forward to that. Zug has always done spectacularly for me. Now, for my cavalry marches, I'm probably going to be running Ho Chi Bing with William and Nevsky Joan, or I may flip it out. So we'll see. I'm planning on getting that cool tool that everyone uses to actually track the reports. But my Ho Chi Bing has 7 million kills, 7.2. I think that'll go up for sure. He's only been used way less than everyone else, and he's already such an animal. So let's look at Joan if I decide to pair him with her. So if I go in here, we've got Joan with 10 million kills. Joan is an absolute unit. I'm really excited. I think Joan is going to continue racking up kills this KVK. I'm expecting maybe like 2 million kills for each, but we'll see. And then let's take a look at our William while we're here. So William currently has 6.7 million kills. I'm going to be using these two. My plan is to run at least 4 marches. It'll be Nevsky William and Ho Chi Bing Joan, or I'll flip that off. And then we'll be doing Scipio with Lou if I'm doing only 1 infantry march. And then it'll be Zhuge Liang with Boudica as that 4th march. Now, things will get interesting. Let's take a look at Nevsky real quick. Things will get interesting when it comes to infantry. So here's my Nevsky right now. As you can see, he's got just about 13 million kills. This is going to go way up, this KVK. I have no doubt about it. Nevsky is a unit. He's a boss. He's going to continue to be a boss. So this is going to be amazing. Now, infantry is where things get spicy because we have Scipio. Scipio's got about 8.8 million kills. He's going to continue to be used, this KVK, in any capacity. Now, where things become challenging is going to be the actual infantry pairings. Because if William is spectacular, then I'm probably going to be running William with Luce and Guan with Scipio. And that would be my 2 infantry marches. So that's a challenge. Alternatively, I can run Luce with Alex, so we might as well check Alex as well. Now, Guan does look like he's not getting benched. He's got 11 million kills. Honestly, I would have expected him to get more considering how long he's been maxed, but beggars can't be choosers. I will be buying the relic for him as well, just to try and make sure I can get him just as strong as possible. That's the museum relic I'm referring to. So that's what Guan is looking like right now. Now, let's check out Luce, because this is the one that I'm most curious to see what the results are. Right now, he's got 5.36 million kills. That's really not very much, but I think we can get that number up. I think we can get him up with Scipio. I think we could get him up with William. This number is going to change dramatically, and this will help us when we're trying to figure out which commander actually did the best for us. Now, just for fun, Alexander the Great has 14.7 million kills. That's one of the highest numbers that we've seen so far. That's no surprise. Alex is a unit, and if William Wallace is not spectacular, we will expect Alex to be back on the field. So that's what we're looking at from a commander perspective. Now, let's take a look at some of the resources and gems that we have. We just opened all of our Marauder chests, so let's see what we got here. We are going in with 24k gems. That's not too bad. I expect to pick up a bunch more, and then I'll spin the wheel when William Wallace comes out. We have 8 Season of Conquest coins, which I can't use on anything right now because there's nothing that really interests me, and 51 Season coins. That'll obviously go up. Now, for our resources, we can go through here. I'm also going to post an image right after this to show you guys exactly what the count turned out to be, but I have a fair amount of resources in my box here. As you can see, it's mostly the 1,000 tokens that I have a bunch of. But realistically, I don't think I'm going to run out of resources. I think I should be all right. My only real concern here is actually going to be gold. But again, I think I should be all right with that. Now, what about Speedups? So Speedups, I take a lot of pride in. We can go through here. You can see exactly how many Speedups I have. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have very many training Speedups. And then you get to my universals. So I think I have probably close to 4 or 5 years of Speedups here. I'm going to, again, post the screenshot of the calculator right here. But this is pretty good. I think I should be all right on Speedups too. Again, I think the biggest challenge here is going to be my actual activity in terms of how available I'm going to be, as well as the resources that I have. I typically run out of food, stone, and gold. Now, again, I am planning on running mostly T4, T5 marches, so half and half, but we'll have to see how it actually shakes out. Now, what about the equipment? What equipment sets are we looking at? So if we go over here, here's my archer set. I expect this will probably remain the same. I don't think there's going to be anything major to change here. And then here is the second cavalry set. So this is the primary one. And you can see we have our ring, we've got our vengeance, and this is also probably not going to change. All of these are iconic right now. My materials are really going to be going towards that 5th equipment set, which I can show you guys in just a second here. Now here's my second cavalry set. This one is also in great shape. I need to get these iconic attributes up, but again, I have to finish this 5th set before I do that. Now, here is I think my main infantry set. This isn't great. In a perfect world, I'd have a second artifact here, but as of right now, I'm pausing on that extra artifact because I want to get this 5th set up, because realistically, I think 2 infantry marches, 2 cavalry marches, and an archer march are the way to go. Now, the other thing is, and as I called this out in a previous video, I need to be able to field all 5 marches because there may not be all that much time fighting. By having 5 marches, I can probably rake in more kills. That said, if you did watch my previous video on this topic, I may not get as good trades because my equipment's not going to be as good on all 4 marches, but that's a sacrifice I'm going to try and make this KVK. Now, my 5th infantry set leaves something to be desired. This is where we're at today. I can iconic both of these pieces. I'm not worried about that. My plan as of right now is to put the blue shield here, the gatekeeper shield, and then finish this off with other epic pieces. So I can do the epic gloves, which again are not very expensive, and I can do the boots. Now, as soon as I can, I do want to get a second piece of this Eternal Empire, which I think I should be able to do once I start investing in my tech, and that will help a lot. And maybe I'll do the boots for that. Maybe I'll do the shield. It depends on how many materials I have. That's going to be the big pain point here, is actually this fifth set. Let me know in the comment section. Would you actually field this fifth set? Obviously, assuming that I have all the other epic pieces here. Let me know. I'm really curious. I'm on the fence about it, but I do think that it may pay off in the long run, especially if I could start incrementally upgrading this. So that's what we look like going into this KVK. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. It is going to be an absolutely insane matchup. Let's show you guys the map real quick. Here's what we're working with. As you guys can see, it is going to be 1079 on the right side versus 1568. And that's Omniarch's kingdom. So that'll be a nice little beef, as well as some of these other kingdoms. I'll post the map right here for you, showing exactly what the teams are going into this KVK. If you're as excited as I am, drop a like on this video and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more updates on this KVK. Thank you all. Shappy out.